Hello everyone. This is a functional demonstration of Top Builder solutions for Gaylor Electric. What we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate Top Builder solutions in a guest account that we have set up for Gaylor and also connected that guest account to your mock Spectrum system. What we're going to do here is we're going to walk you through how we set up that system. We're going to demonstrate how the interface works. We're going to walk an opportunity start to finish by creating that opportunity, changing the status of that opportunity to job awarded, send it over to Spectrum. We'll look at it in Spectrum, and we'll also show how Spectrum updates Top Builder Solutions with financial history, job history, and other information from the Spectrum database. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, what we have done is we set up a live Top Builder Solutions account and gave you a login for Sean Wilson. We can create more logins if you want, but that's what we've done so far. We went ahead and connected Top Builder Solutions to Spectrum, and Gaylor has a mock company in Spectrum, and that's what we connected it with, or connected it to. And by the way, that took less than an hour to set up that complete account, the connection, including researching the connection information inside of Spectrum. So again, that took less than an hour. Then we configured Top Builder Solutions. We configured the interface to send new jobs over to Spectrum. When the job status is set to awarded, you have flexibility on how that works, and we're going to show that to you real quick. And then also what we did, and this is typical of a new Top Builder customer that has been on Spectrum for a while, is we run a data conversion program to seed your Top Builder Solutions database with current customers, contacts, phone numbers, email addresses, billing addresses, shipping addresses, things like that. We ran the interface against your mock company in Spectrum, and we stopped it after five companies or five customers, just so we didn't overload the database. But that's really all we needed for the demo. So we stopped it after five customers, and then we manually entered one of the customers in Top Builder that we knew had some history in Spectrum, so that then what we could do is run the history interface to pull in the financial and job history for that one customer, and that one customer is Burlington Apartments. So let me go ahead and show that part to you right now. I'm going to log in under Sean, okay, and you'll see that we have a dashboard with some opportunities, test opportunities that we've put in. The system's very easy to navigate. You can go to your dashboard, you can go to manage leads, manage accounts or customers, contacts, tasks. We have a newsletter module, an email marketing module, reports and analytics, tools, and then also you can set up action plans in the system that automatically email customers and remind your project managers on when things are due based on the status of the opportunity, the bid status, and the priority of that opportunity. And those action plans are automatically created for you after we get everything set up. So we'll show that to you a little bit too. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into CRM, manage accounts. Accounts are all your customers, your prospects. You could put your vendors, subcontractors in there. Any company or organization can be put in there as an account, and you can categorize them any way you want. Okay, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts were converted from Spectrum. They came across, and we put a note in there to say that this account was created by Spectrum. We identify everything that we know about them: the phone number, the primary contact, their email addresses, their physical addresses. And then if there's multiple contacts, yeah, we pull those over as well with their phone and their email addresses, along with address information, and anything we know about them, we can pull over, including their phone number, including their fax. Okay, so that's the data conversion part of things. And then you'll see that we also entered Burlington Apartments manually. We know this is already in your mock company in Spectrum. So we entered this into the system manually and typed in their Spectrum customer code. And then what we did, like we said here in the presentation, we ran the interface, the history interface for that one customer. And this runs nightly for all customers, by the way. And what we'll show you here is the job histories pulled in, okay? And we summarize jobs by the status and the amount. These are the spectrum statuses. And you'll see right here, this one actually came across as a job from Top Builder Solutions in the Spectrum with the job number. I'll show that to you in a second, but this was the test that we did so we could do a quick demonstration of it. And then it updated Spectrum updated Top Builder when we set the status to complete and we sent over the completion date of that project. And I'll show that to you in a second. And then we have the financial history that's pulled in. We summarize their outstanding balances, their aging balances, so you know how much money they owe you and how past due they are. We'll show you their credit due, and then the balance due, and then available credit, so that you can look at this information while you're working on your opportunities and decide whether you want to bid on it or not, or maybe you need to contact them to pay up some of the bills so that they can free up some of their credit. It's good information when you're working the opportunities and also managing that relationship with the customer. Okay, and so we show revenue, current revenue year to date, and revenue for the prior year, and then all the invoice history, including credits and adjustments and things like that. Now we'll show this information side by side with the opportunity and when you're looking at the account. We also can bring in bidding information or estimating information from ConEst. We have that set up so that we can pull in any third-party billing information and show bidding information. We can show the bid history here, and that way when you're working the opportunity or you're working with your customer, you know how many bids you have done with them, if they're awarding you the bids, if they're profitable. You know, you have good information while you're working with that customer or the opportunities. Okay, so that's what we've got for the history interface. And we did that, we showed that to you. And again, we created this one lead and we sent it over to Spectrum for Burlington. So I'm looking at Burlington. I can go to all my opportunities for Burlington. Here's the opportunity. The status is job is completed. Test Spectrum interface. And you can see we have a description in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how that appears in Spectrum real quick, and then we're going to do a live one end to end, creating a customer, creating an opportunity, and a job. Okay, so in Spectrum, if I log in under Sean, okay, I'm going to go in here and I will look at jobs real quick. Okay, so I'm going to go to job costs, jobs, and the customer code for Burlington is BURAPA. That's the quickest way I know how to find things. And there is the jobs for Burlington. Oh, sorry, we are missing the completed jobs. I've got to go in and I'm only showing active. I've got to go to show the completed ones as well. And there's the one from Top Builder. Sorry, I'm still learning Spectrum, but there's the Spectrum interface job that we created. We have the job number. All the details are there. And I'll go into some of the details next when I do a live one for you. But here we go. I'll go back into Top Builder. I'm looking at this job, and there is the job number that matches up with Spectrum that was generated by the interface. And then we can also have user definable fields that you can use to report on and track opportunities and jobs. They go right here for the job. We can also have user definable fields, basically anything you want to track by the opportunity level or the lead level. Again, the job level, the customer level, and the contact level. You can have user definable fields that go into those categories, and it's really useful for tracking uh, information that you want to track outside of what we normally have. So that's good stuff. Okay, so we're looking at that job in Spectrum, and now what we're going to do is we're going to create a live opportunity and for a new customer. We're going to move that opportunity into job awarded status, and we're going to send it over to Spectrum, and you get to look at it there. Okay, so that new lead opportunity is going to be created now for a new customer. You can create the customer on the fly right here. And we're going to call this TCH, or Texas Children's Hospital. Okay? And we can categorize them any way we want. This could be a general contractor, but in this case, they're the owner of the property, and they're hiring you to come in and do it. So this is a major hospital in Texas with many emergency care facilities. Okay, and we're going to set up a contact here as Sophie Harris. She's going to be the main contact. We're going to put a phone number in for them, which will be sent over to Spectrum as well. We'll set up their billing address. And let's just say this is in Houston because it's Texas Children's. And we'll put in a work email address of sharris@tch.com. Okay, let's go ahead and put Texas in there. All right. So that we have that. And oh yeah, let's make her the CFO. We're working directly with the CFO. That's our main contact here. And then I'm going to go ahead and save that and close that. And you can see when we create the new lead, it automatically adds that account that we created and sets up Sophie as the primary contact. Now, you can change the primary contact, and once the opportunity is created, you can also switch contacts, add contacts, and manage your contacts independently of what's in the account, because that's just reality. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say new emergency care facility. Let's call it new outpatient emergency care facility. We'll say this is 75,000 square feet in Katy, Texas. It's a $1 million job, and we'll say it's you can categorize it as a new project, service work, warranty work, or other. You can define those categories. We'll leave that alone. You can set up divisions and territories. And let's just say this is since this is a new customer, it was a referral, and Sean's going to take this one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and enter more information about this project. I can add additional contacts in here that are part of the job. If you have user definable fields, the job address, assign a follow-up plan to the system. We've set up a follow-up plan for you, a sample one. You can apply a plan. This can be done when you create the opportunity on that first page. You can have unlimited number of action plans, and they can be triggered by status changes, and we'll show you that in a second. Okay, so now we have that. And what I'm going to do now is I need to go in real quickly, and for the Texas Children's Hospital, I need to add an ID for Spectrum. I'll call it TCH 5. Let's say this is their customer number 5, TCH Texas 5, because that's what we use to communicate with Spectrum. And then also, I'm going to go in here into that opportunity, and I'm going to say, okay, now we're going to set it to job awarded status. Okay, they've offered us the contract, they've awarded us the contract. Now it's time to send that information over to Spectrum so that we can start managing the financials and the job and everything we need to do in Spectrum. And now again, this is a new customer, so it'll create a new customer for us, and it will attach this job to that customer. Now, if the customer already exists, then it'll just associate the job to the customer. Okay, so I want to show you real quickly under the setup, you can set up the rules and how that interface is triggered right here. We want it to trigger when the job is awarded, and that's the trigger point to send the information over to Spectrum. So just wanted to show that to you real quick. I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and you can see that we've been doing some testing, but here we go. Here's a new outpatient emergency care facility under job awarded status for $1 million on my dashboard. Now I can remove those from my dashboard by quickly going in and changing the statuses, and you can define statuses any way you want. I'll do this real quick. I'm going to say job awarded is not really an active status from my perspective because I'm in sales and it's already been awarded. And now when I go to my dashboard, it's gone because your dashboard only shows active opportunities. I go back and you can see how easy the software is to use and how easy it is to set up. Change the status back to active, and now those jobs should be back on the dashboard, and they are. So now I'm going to log into Spectrum. I'm going to make sure the interface is run to send the information over there, and then we're going to go look at it in Spectrum. Okay, so the interface has run, and now we're going to go back to Spectrum, and we're going to go ahead and look for that customer, and then go find that job as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little housekeeping here, clean up a little bit, and then go to customers, accounts receivable, customers, and we called it TCH Texas 5, I believe. Yep, and there we go. TCH 5, we've got the phone number, the address, it's an active customer, customer number, customer code, contacts should be Sophie. Yep, she's the primary contact. And then any other information that we put is also in there. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to stop here because we could spend a lot of time on this. Now let's go look and see if that job is there. Go to job costs, jobs, try to go find that job. We can do it by customer code TCH Texas 5. Boom. Okay, there it is. We've got the job over there, and we can see that the job is there, all the details, and it's currently active. And here's the job number, 399-522-3049. Now we need to go into Top Builder, okay, and look. It should have updated the, yep, there it is. So there's a job number, and now we use that job number to synchronize the statuses and all the information back and forth between Spectrum from this point on. Okay, so that's really cool, and that's how the interface works. I mean, that's a short overview. Just to continue on, once you set the job to complete in Spectrum, that comes back over to Top Builder, update Spectrum with the job is completed, and then if we have a follow-up plan for job completed, okay, which we should have because you want to follow up after the job is done, and also try to get the follow-up work, a plan is automatically added, okay, and we recommend that you send them an email automatically with a link to fill out a customer satisfaction survey. You alert the project manager to make a phone call and thank them for the work, and to get maybe a testimonial and any kind of feedback on the job. And then the next steps in the action plan happen from there. They can be set at any time, depending on the type of job. It may be 30 days where you want to call them and get the work, the follow-up work, or the service contract. It depends on the type of job, of course, but you can have all kinds of plans to help you do that. And that way you're getting more work because you're following up at the right time. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. We wanted to touch briefly on the fact that we have an email marketing system in here. Now, these customers will always be in the database so that you can send them emails, put them on an email campaigns. We have a newsletter, and it's really cool. We have a massive library of topics that you can use. We do all the branding for you. Links to your social media pages. This is our fake company, Top Choice Construction, but it is the default kind of templates that we set up for you. It will be Gaylor Electric, of course, when we do your branding, but then all your emails look professional when they go out. We have drip campaigns where emails automatically go out for new opportunities or new RFQs. If you do a trade show or something, you can follow up with all the people in the trade show or some sort of event, or if you purchase a list or if you buy leads, those can all be put into a drip campaign and an action plan that you can interact with them on a regular basis in a very professional but also automated way. So it saves you time. It makes sure you stay in front of them, and then when they're ready for the follow-up work or the next project, they'll remember you because they'll have you on in their system. They'll see your newsletter, they'll see your emails, and also frankly you should be calling them, and we can put reminders in there to do that. Okay, so that's the functional demo. We're going to put together a technical demo next, and we hope to get the opportunity to show this to you live.